The US has a visa program that has provided a new path for the aspirations of countless Indian youths over the last 3 decades, the H-1B visa. This visa has been a major tool for Indian engineers, doctors, scientists, and managers to secure professional opportunities in the US. However, in the current circumstances, serious questions have arisen regarding the future of this visa. Recently, US Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick made a sharp statement on TV channels. He said the H-1B visa is a scam. It gives foreign nationals jobs that could actually belong to American youth. Now it is time for American companies to hire American people, not foreigners. Lutnick's statement has caused a stir in political circles and in the tech industry. This is not the first such statement. Several key figures from Trump administration, particularly his immigration policy architect Stephen Miller, have long considered the H-1B visa to be a threat to American jobs. However, there is an entirely different viewpoint as well. Entrepreneurs like Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy argue that this program is a great way for America to attract global talent. According to them, there is a permanent shortage of excellent engineering talent in the world, and visas like the H-1B allow America to access this talent. So this debate is not straightforward. On one hand, it is being said to be against American youth employment, while on the other, it is considered a crucial pillar of the American tech industry's strength. Now the question arises, what exactly is the H-1B visa and what is the root of the controversy? This visa program started in 1990. Its purpose was clear. If American companies could not find the necessary skilled talent within the country, they could bring in qualified people from abroad. This visa is issued for a duration of 6 years. After this, one must either obtain a green card or leave the US. Every year, 65,000 new visas and an additional 20,000 visas for those with a master's degree from US universities are made available. But the real story begins here. Indians dominate the number of H-1B visa holders. Since 2015, more than 70% of all approved visas each year have gone to Indians. In 2023 alone, more than 380,000 visas were approved, 72% of which were given to Indians. China came second, but only with 12%. This is why Trump-supporting Republicans often say that Indian engineers are taking American jobs and driving down wage rates. The root of this controversy is the issue of wages. US government data shows that the average annual salary for IT professionals in the US is $140,000. However, about 70% of Indian professionals on the H-1B visa earn less than $1 lakh. Lutnick cited an example. When an American makes $75,000 and a green card holder makes only $66,000, why is this happening? It's like buying cheap labor. In other words, from Trump administration's perspective, this program is harming American youth. But there is another truth. China and India produce millions of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics graduates every year. India alone produces more than 2.5 million, while the number in the US is only about 8 lakh. Hence, US companies have to rely on foreign brains to meet their talented human resource needs. This is why major tech companies, particularly giants like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook, heavily rely on the H-1B visa program. The Trump administration wants to change this system. In 2021, they proposed a rule that H-1B visas would no longer be awarded by lottery but based on salary levels. That is, those who earn higher wages would receive visas first. The opportunities for lower wage earners would be very limited. This would directly affect the Indian students and early professionals who want to move to the US at the beginning of their careers. However, this rule could not be implemented under the Biden administration. But Trump did not stop there. He played a new card, the Golden Card Project. Howard Lutnick claimed that there have been 250,000 applications for the scheme so far, and it would bring $1.25 trillion in investment to the US. In other words, instead of bringing in cheap engineers to the H-1B visa, the Trump administration is now looking to bring in wealthy investors. So the question is, what will happen next? Will the doors of the US close for Indians? Or will US companies whose very heartbeat depends on foreign talent force the Trump administration to change its policies? History shows that America has always attracted global talent. Indian IT professionals, doctors, and scientists have made unprecedented contributions to America's technology, health, and research sectors. Perhaps this is why, despite Trump's harsh statements, places like Silicon Valley are still incomplete without Indian talent. The H-1B visa fight is not just a battle for a visa. It's a battle for American politics, economy, and the future model of development. Will America follow the higher American path, or it will embrace global talent to enhance its strength? This will be decided in the coming years. But one thing is clear, in this fight, Indians will remain at the center. Recently, Russia carried out a major airstrike on Kyiv. Bombing occurred right in the heart of the city. According to officials, at least 19 people were killed, 48 were injured, and some EU offices were damaged. This attack using drones and missiles is the first major attack on Kyiv in several weeks. The UK stated that this attack undermines peace efforts. Meanwhile, European Union leader Kaja Kallas summoned the Russian ambassador to Brussels. Ukraine has demanded an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council. Britain, France, and Germany have reinitiated the process of imposing United Nations sanctions on Iran. This process is called snapback. These sanctions have been lifted after the 2015 nuclear deal, but over time, Iran has been accused of violating the terms of the agreement. Western countries claim that Iran has failed to live up to its promise to limit its nuclear program, and recent talks have not yielded any solid results. The US welcomed this move and clearly stated that Iran has continuously failed to meet its obligations. Meanwhile, Germany believes that this decision could mark the beginning of a new diplomatic phase. Iran has also been urged to provide full information and cooperation to the International Atomic Energy Agency. Denmark has recently summoned a US embassy official. This was due to a report claiming that at least 3 American officials connected to President Donald Trump were secretly active in Greenland's capital, Nuuk. The accusation is that they were looking for individuals who could be involved in anti-Denmark activities and stir up internal discord. Greenland is an autonomous territory of Denmark, rich in natural resources and strategically significant in North Atlantic. The US has long had its eyes on the island. President Trump repeatedly mentioned that Greenland was crucial for American security and strategy and did not rule out the possibility of using force. Viewers, we conclude the discussion here and note today's question. Will the Trump administration's higher American policy and the new salary-based criteria limit opportunities for H-1B visa holders, or is this reform merely aimed at making the system more transparent?
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.